Jamaica's Cubs stage a sick out, and in sport, West Indies slumped to a 240-run defeat in the final test against New Zealand. I'm Ricardo Roberts, and this is Caribbean in 10 for Tuesday, December 12th. I'll be back with the details after the break.
Did you know that a strategy has been developed to help improve the region's education and human resources?
You didn't? Well, the HID strategy, as it is called, will guide CARICOM in how it delivers quality education and training to the people of the region.
The strategy has been crafted by a group of experts called the HRD Commission.
Consultations have been done across the region to get your input.
Do you know that none of us will be left behind?
The HRD strategy is important to all of us, students, parents, and employers. It will prepare the region, especially the youth, for the 21st century economy and society.
The HRD strategy, unlocking Caribbean human potential.
We begin in Jamaica, where the police high command is bracing for the possibility of more industrial action by officers today after hundreds called in sick yesterday. Police and the Ministry of National Security scrambled to implement emergency security measures to lessen the impact of the industrial action aimed at pressing the government to increase its wage offer. Chairman of the Police Federation, Sergeant Raymond Wilson, denied any link between the police action and the wage talks. TVJ's Herman Green reports on how the development has affected policing in Jamaica.
As police officers in Area 1, which comprises St. James and other western parishes, Area 2, which includes St. Anne and St. Mary, and Area 4, which includes the corporate area, did not show up for work. They all called in sick. In Westmoreland alone, more than 30 cops called in sick, with greater figures in St. James, Trelawney, and St. Mary. Head of operations in the Central Kingston Division, Deputy Superintendent Linval Phoenix, said quick action had to be taken to prevent chaos.
The issue caught us somewhat unaware. However, we were able to, with the resources that we had, to quickly deploy those resources. And we haven't had a breakdown since then.
Shifting around personnel still left some areas unmanned in the corporate area. The court system is one area which suffered.
The contingencies that we do have will be sufficient enough to treat with everything that we will do on a day-to-day basis, especially our main areas. One of our main areas will be the market district. And that area, I can assure both business operators, vendors, and persons who happen to utilize that space on a day-to-day basis, that area will be secure.
The sittings of Guyana's National Assembly that was suspended yesterday will resume later today, but opposition legislator Bishop Juan Edgehill remains on suspension. That's the word from House Speaker Dr. Barton Scotland. Chaos erupted yesterday after Edgehill refused to adhere to a ruling by Scotland that he vacate the chamber. His opposition People's Progressive Party colleagues formed a barrier around him to stop him from being removed. Speaking at a news conference last night, Scotland said that as far as he knew, that was the first time in the history of Guyana's parliament that a member refused to withdraw from the chamber on the orders of the speaker. Edgehill had been upset at not getting extra time for the examination of the budget for the Ministry of the Presidency. Legislators had been told that 2 hours had been set aside for the scrutiny of the Ministry of Presidency's estimates, but when that time elapsed, Edgehill rose to his feet and demanded that more time be provided. The Speaker reminded the National Assembly of the earlier agreement and asked Edgehill to take his seat, but the MP continued to demand that he be allowed more time. Trinidad and Tobago's rice farmers are preparing to take legal action against the state-owned National Flour Mills. The farmers, represented by Attorney Gerald Ramdeen, says they have not been paid for months and are now owed millions of dollars. They are giving the agency up until the end of the week to pay up.
The outstanding sums are not paid by Friday of this week, then proceedings will be commenced against the National Flour Mills for the recovery of the monies that are due to them. And I can't overemphasize the fact that when you look at these documents, you will see that these documents represent rice that has been produced, costs that have been incurred.
Mr. Ramdeen says he has in possession receipts and other documents to support the claim of the farmers.
Pre-action letter to the chairman of the National Flour Mills Limited. You will see that this document here contains hundreds of receipts for payments for the rice that has been delivered to the National Flour Mills by these persons, that has been marked as received, and the quantities of the monies that are owed to them.
Some farmers have received payments, but others are still waiting.
That report from CNC3's Otto Carrington. Stay with us. Your Midday Sport is next.
Grow your business or promote your event through the services offered by the Caribbean Media Corporation and CaribVision. Our distribution provides a platform on cable, terrestrial television, and websites. We cover carnivals and events from across the region. We can bring your event live and alive to the world. For music makers, program producers, businesses, we can expand your reach to in excess of 2 million households daily. Our other services include news updates to enhance your media products, studio space for program and development. We can facilitate the launch of new products and services and training. Contact us and we will help you unleash your creative ability, develop products and services, and provide the medium to watch them grow. Contact Loretta Skeet at cmccaribbean.com or call her 1-246-467-1044 or 1-246-253-3889. Call and book your carnival or event today.
West Indies were bundled out for 203 in their second innings at the scheduled tea break to crumble to a heavy 240-run defeat to New Zealand on the penultimate day of the final test yesterday. Now resuming the day on 30 for 2 in pursuit of a world record 444 for victory at Seddon Park. The Windies lost their last 8 wickets for 173 runs to suffer a series sweep in the 2-match rubber. Sunil Ambrish retired hurt for 5 with a broken arm and never returned after being struck by a short ball from left-arm pacer Neil Wagner. Ruston Chase top scored with 64 and tail ender Kemar Roach entertained with 32 while Raymond Reefer resisted for 29, but none of the key batsmen stayed around long enough to return to the game into a real contest. Wagner claimed 3 for 42 while fellow seamers Trent Bolt and Tim Southee along with left-arm spinner Mitchell Santia all ended with 2 wickets each. That's Caribbean in 10. Join us again at 6:30 for Caribbean Newsline. Good afternoon.